In this video, I'll be showing you both the upper and lower Madera Camping Area here in Big Bend Ranch State Park. The first campsite you come to at the upper Madera Camping Area, that's the view you're going to have right behind me. Let me show you around. Looking out that way, you can see the entrance to the camping area. That's Texas Highway 170 in the center of your screen. This is the first campsite. It's campsite number 1. You can see it on the post off to your right, the number. And check this view out. Melody and I are camped right on the other side of that lookout. You can see the road going up and it winds clear up to a lookout and then goes down the other side. There's another camping area up that way, and that's where Melody and I are camped. There's a picnic area right out here. You can see those teepees. Those are picnic shelters along Texas Highway 170. You can't get a very big camper in here. Let me give you another vantage point of this campsite. This is lends itself more to tent camping. This campsite number 1. Let me back up a little bit for you. So the camping loop road goes this way. That's campsite number 1. I assume you would pitch your tent right off to the right. Very small area to put a camping configuration. I would say there's not enough room to put a travel trailer there. So if you're car camping, SUV camping, tent camping, site number 1 may work for you. Let's go down and check out the remainder of these campsites at the upper Madera Camping Area here in Big Bend Ranch State Park. You do have a trash receptacle up here. This is a commanding view of the Rio Grande River down there where the vegetation is, and you can even see through the vegetation of the Rio Grande. That's the lower Madera campground. We're going to check that out after we finish up here. But this takes you out to a point, so let's go out here and check these campsites out. So campsite number 1 was up that way. There's the lookout that I was telling you about. And this makes a little cul-de-sac down here. This is campsite number 2 off to my left. You can get a camping configuration in here. In fact, campsite 2, you could get a fair size travel trailer in here. Class A. There's your fire ring, picnic table. So there's campsite number 2. And I wouldn't want to be perched over the road. That's just my personal preference, but there's campsite number 2 for you. You need a permit to camp here. Melody and I purchased ours online. We made reservations, and then when you check in at the visitor center, they'll give you a permit to put in your windshield. That looks like campsite 3. Let's take a closer look. Oh yeah, much preferable. Campsite 3 off to the right there. You can put your camping configuration. You have a covered picnic table and then your fire ring. And over here it looks like you have campsite 4. We'll go over there in a minute. But yeah, nice view from campsite number 3. Check out how pretty the scenery is. Look at all the different colors in the mountains. Melody and I love free and affordable RV camping. I'm always on the prowl for campsites where I can get my fifth wheel. This is surely affordable RV camping, folks. And at campsite 3, if you just walk to the rear of the site from your shelter, you have a vantage point of the Rio Grande River. And it looks like when we explore the lower Madera campground, you'll have vault toilets down there. So to give you a feel how much room you have in campsite number 4, the loop is right where I'm standing. There's another trash receptacle. And this is the area that you have to park a camping configuration. My fifth wheel would fit in there. That's a prime spot. If I was camping here in the upper Madera campground, campsite number 4 would work for my fifth wheel. Site number 4 going down the buck, folks. Let's take a walk to the rear of the site and see what kind of a vantage point we have from there. Let's walk out on that point. Okay, well, that's campsite 4 in the center of your screen, campsite 3 off to your left. There's the lower Madera campground, and there's actually a trail, looks like, that goes down over the hill here. There's the access road off to your left for the lower Madera campground. And the Rio Grande River winds right through this valley. So I'm going to hop back in the truck. Let's go down and explore the lower Madera campground. There is a separate access road off of Texas Highway 170 to the lower Madera Camping Area. It's right down this way. Let's go check it out. Both of these vault toilets are serviceable. So as soon as you pull into the lower Madera campground, you'll see these vault toilets. There's a little parking area there. And it looks like this may be a camping loop. Camping area sites 1 through 15. Generator hours 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Well, you never know what you're going to find when you go scouting for campsites. That's why I do these videos. Campsite number 1. It looks like you park your rig parallel right here, right off of the camping loop. There's a trash receptacle here, and it's a walk-in campsite. Let's take a look at what's back there. And if you're car or SUV camping, this site more lends itself to that. If you have a camper, I don't think I'd want to be camping right off of the camping loop. But there's your fire pit, and you have a covered picnic table. And it looks like you have enough area back in there to set up a tent. Yeah, I walked back here. There is enough area to set your tent up right there. And then you have your picnic table and pavilion right next to where your tent would be. Campsites 3 and campsites 2 are the same deal. You park your vehicle out here off of the camping loop, and you walk back in to the campsites. Again, lends itself more to tent camping than RV camping. Let's continue around the camping loop and see what else this campground has to offer. Here's campsite 9, and really they're unremarkable in terms of I haven't found one that would accommodate a big rig. And so I'm just going to show you the best campsites. That's what I usually do. I'm going to continue to walk around this loop. If I find a sweet campsite, I'll point it out to you. So this is a camping loop. I'm standing in the loop right now. It's making a semicircle. And this campsite right here, you can get a medium-sized travel trailer in there. It's got a little grade to it. So it's not a recommend for me, but it may work for you. because I like sites where I can auto level my camping configuration. This is campsite 11. For illustration purposes, that's campsite 12, a shallow site. Again, 13, another shallow site. This campground does not lend itself to big rig camping, folks. I'm going to continue around the campground. I'll show you sweet sites as I come upon them. So the camping loop I just walked is up that road. Off to my left is the river access, and it looks like we may have additional camping down here. Let's go check this out. So in the center of your screen, that is campsite 16, and you can get a travel trailer in there, folks. Campsite 16, and on the other end here, you have campsite 17, and that's also conducive to RV camping. In fact, you could get a big rig in there and probably get your rig level. Let's continue down this road and check out the river access. Look at the size of that campsite, folks. That's campsite number 17 going down the book for Lower Madera Camping Area in Big Bend Ranch State Park. Making my way down to the boat ramp and water access to the Rio Grande. Looks like this is auxiliary parking here. They got a huge turnaround area. And the boat ramp is right up here. Okay, where it's clearly marked, no camping at the boat ramp. That's common sense. And I point this out, up to $5,000 fine for crossing the border other than at a point of entry. And there is no port of entry right here. That's Mexico that you're looking at across the river there. Well, there's people across the river there in Mexico, and a bunch of turtles. If I zoom in a little bit, you should be able to see the turtles. See them perched on that rock. And over this way, there are a bunch of turtles. Let me back up a little bit. You see in the center of the Rio Grande River there, those are turtles that are on those rocks. Almost every rock's got a turtle on it. So a lot of wildlife in the Rio Grande River, folks. And it sure is pretty right along the Rio Grande River. Campsite 17 off to my right and 16 off to my left are my top picks for this campground. There's no cell service at either the upper or lower Madera camping areas. I think I'm going to leave the video here. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.